Carlos, a difficult afternoon for your players. How do you assess today's result? What do you think went wrong?
I think they start better the first minutes than us. They were winning some individual actions that usually to compete in this level we need to win. Then for me they were playing with one plus of energy in the first 50 minutes. After this they start to be more defensive, more in a low block. And in this type of situation you need to manage very well the positions to can attack and the ball, because you know you are going to start to suffer counter-attacks, and on one team that for me have good players to counter-attack. In the first counter-attack that they have, we didn't stop, we didn't manage well the distance to defense. The only player that was in the box, and they used one bad attack from us to create one goal and start to make the game or a little bit more difficult because they will be more defending. I think in the second half we did one change because it was important for us to have two players to attack each side, to have to follow in the left side and to have Turtle on the right side, because we Matip based on the three central backs. We didn't have this opportunity, but it was clear that the first 3 minutes of the second half or the first 5 minutes of the half we did one mistake that allowed them to score the second goal and make everything even more complicated. And after we was playing against 10 or 11 players close to their box, and in any moment of the game we understand enough well the possibilities to can attack better the spaces, the options when you have the ball and you need to drive better, because if not, if you attack by yourself and you don't respect well the positions, the only thing that you're going to do is to don't create any chance or to suffer counter-attacks. We didn't suffer the counter-attacks, but we didn't create the chances.
A difficult situation for you and the players to find yourself in, Carlos, because the longer the afternoon went on, the more the urgency to get the ball forward and make a goal out of something. But your players were continuing to be careful with the ball. There was maybe a call from the terraces, from the fans, for the players to get the ball forward more urgently, more pacey. Is that something that you wanted, or were you actually instructing them to do the opposite and stay patient?
No, I don't teach anything. For me, in the first half, the key of the game was to move them more and don't provoke passes that allow them to counter-attack. When you don't have the advantage in one space, you need to change. Because if you lose the ball, if not, they are going to have a counter-attack. Then for me the key was to, of course, when you have the free play in front of you, play forward, don't pass back. If you can play in front, we never want to pass back if we can play in front. But there is something that for me is more about the understanding of the situation than any type of message to the players.
And Tuesday at Blackpool, an emotional night, a taxing night. Do you think that had an effect on the physical condition of the players? Were you disappointed in physically how they applied themselves today?
No, I don't think it was anything physically, because they had one day less to recover, Nottingham Forest, and they were playing some of the games that they were playing in the last game. And I think we have one day more of recovery, and when you see that you don't start enough well the game, you cannot be thinking that is any physical aspect. Maybe it's more emotional, maybe it's more the way how we compete the game, and the game how we understand today the game, because if we don't understand where was the advantage, we start to create problems to ourselves.
How much of a surprise to you was Nottingham Forest's attitude today? They've had a difficult season so far and a difficult week where their manager has gone.
I was not surprised, because for me they have a better player than points that they have right now. But the only thing that was surprising us a little bit, not surprised, it was different, was to play with three central backs and four in the middle and three players to be strikers. Then, but for me, in defense we never suffered. Only one switch of play or couple of switch of play in the first half from the left of the attack, from the left space to the attack to our right, to the right space to the attack, and we suffered a little bit how to defend the switch of play. But for me, in defense the team was right. The only problem that we didn't create enough actions and we allowed them to counter-attack more from our attacks.
You've touched on this already. It may be that you've already partly explained this for us, Carlos, but we'll go back to a situation again that we were talking about, because we noticed it so clearly in the first half, if I may. Harry Toffolo was calling, it looked as if he was calling to you and your coaches for more help, or for a different solution to be found on his side of the pitch, because he felt exposed. Did we read that correctly?
No, I think that was just manage the distance with the defender, because when we have line of five, it's true that we cannot be very tight. We need to be more open in the spaces, because we are going to arrive. And we know that when they have played with 1v1, the protection to fall in the 1v1 arrived by Colwill, by Koroma and by O'Brien, that are the players that were playing with him. So I didn't see any time this type of problem. I was watching more more mistakes in our positions to defense to arrive in the right moment to press the player, and especially in all the moments in attack, because for me we didn't attack enough well today to create the chances that we have to create.
Emotionally, it's a disappointment for everybody in Huddersfield because it's another defeat at home. Two of your defeats have come at home, and it's a shame because most people didn't see the quality and the emotion of Blackpool on Tuesday night. A frustration for you, perhaps?
For everyone, because of course it's important to come here and to, especially as you say, in front of all our fans, that they did creating an unbelievable environment. But it's true that for me to make them proud and enjoy, we need to manage better the different game situations.
Thank you for talking to us live on BBC Radio Leeds, Carlos Corberán.